Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder, and I have another Reddit AITA story for you. This one is called, Am I the Ascon for Going Home After I Overheard My Husband Say He Didn't Want to Bring Me With Him to His Family Vacation? My husband goes on annual vacations with his family. I'm on okay terms with them, but since we've only been married a short time and I don't see his family much, we still have that barrier that keeps us from being completely comfortable around each other. His family arranged for the vacation last week. I, out of curiosity, asked if I could come. She wasn't invited in the first place? That's odd. My husband felt hesitant, also odd, but I told him it'd be a great opportunity to get to know his family better. He agreed to take me and that his family were surprised to see me but still welcomed me. On the third day of the vacation, his dad, mom, and brothers and spouses were all sitting at the table outside talking while I was preparing a fruit salad. As I was making my way back, I overheard my mother-in-law say, "Did she really have nowhere else to spend the weekend?" At first, I had no idea who she was talking about, so I kept on walking, but I stopped once I overheard my husband say,
"I know, and I didn't want to bring her with me, but what was I supposed to do? You know how pushy she can get."
I instantly figured it was about me. I felt so shaken up to the point where I almost dropped the salad. This whole time I was there, I cleaned, cooked, looked after the kids, and this is how they think of me? An inconvenience to them? I quietly booked a ticket and went home on the first plane. He called and texted, but I didn't respond anything other than to let him know I was home. He got back and went off on me, saying what I did was disrespectful and juvenile. I told him I overheard the conversation he had with his mom, but he said I was wrong for eavesdropping and that his family will warm up to me on their terms, so I should stop pushing to be around when they don't feel comfortable with it. Basically saying it was my fault for coming along in the first place. He said that going home like that made him and his family disappointed and gave them a really bad impression about me. I think I might have messed this up and somewhat ruined it for them as well.
Okay, that's the end of that story.
I am so confused on so many levels here. Going on vacations with your family without your spouse? Red flags. Being hesitant about his wife going when she asked to go? Also red flags. Then what he's talking about with his mom saying what she didn't have anything else to do, so nobody wanted her there. Nobody wanted her there. And she wanted to go just because it was a great opportunity to get to know them better, for them to get to know her better, and to try to strengthen that bond. But no one in this scenario is helping that along. Husband certainly isn't. Mother-in-law certainly isn't, and I think those people are both on the same playing field here, but they obviously have their reasons, and we do not know what those are. So, this is difficult. Obviously, she's treated like shit, and somehow has almost believed that she deserves it because she's feeling bad about it now, but I'm glad that she just packed up and went home. It probably would have been more effective to walk in, confront them both while they were talking about her, and then go home, if that went south, which it probably would have gone south, but at least there would be a boundary drawn there. In this instance, she just retreated, which means that they won. And she didn't really stand up for herself. They just beat her into submission and she retreated. There are clearly some boundary issues going on here. His dad, mom, brothers, and spouses. Oh, there was an important line. His dad, mom, brothers, and spouses were all sitting at a table outside. The other spouses came. And that was okay, but not her. There's an issue here that OP needs to get to the bottom of, and it's going to take some deeper conversations with the husband, who doesn't sound like a respectful stand-up guy right now, so I don't know how that's going to go, but she's got to figure out what the problem is that they have with her, or why does she give a shit? I don't know. What do you guys think here? Should she care? Obviously, he talks bad about her a lot if the other spouses were okay to come, but she wasn't okay to come, and then the mom, her mother-in-law, said, what, did she not have anything else to do? That sucks. I mean, what does he gain from it, though? Sympathy from his mommy? If anything, everyone gains from her being there. She said, this whole time I was there, I cleaned, cooked, looked after the kids, and this is how they think of me, an inconvenience to them. So she even provided extra value while she was there and was just treated like garbage. She said, am I the astronaut for going home after I overheard my husband say he didn't want to bring me with him to his family vacation? No, you're not the asshole for leaving. I think that was the least that you could do. You could have done more to stand up for yourself in that moment and said, hey, what is the problem here? Why do you guys have a problem with me? Why do you think it's okay to talk about me like this? Why is it okay for the other spouses to be here? But he's teed her up to be this pushy person, so I'm sure that would just push the pushy narrative even further. So maybe it would have backfired. I don't know, that stuff. Obviously not the asshole for leaving. Wish she would have done more to stand up for herself.